All right, everyone, get ready, because today we're going deep on some powerful stuff. We're talking Neville Goddard's 50 Laws of Assumption. Now, if you thought the 48 Laws of Power was a game changer, well, this takes influence to a whole new level. We're talking about using spiritual laws to actually, shape your
That
reality.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We've got Goddard's book outlining these 50 laws, and we've got this fascinating case study where somebody used these principles to manifest something pretty incredible.
What's fascinating about Goddard is that he puts so much power in the hands of the individual. He argues that your imagination isn't just some whimsical thing, it's the engine of creation. Your thoughts, your beliefs, they aren't just passive. They're actively molding the reality that you experience.
Whoa. Okay, my mind's already bending here. So it's not just wishful thinking, it's more like intentional creation.
Exactly. It's about moving from, I hope this happens, to, I know this is true. Goddard's first law, the law of assumption, states that whatever you assume to be true becomes true for you.
Hold on, so does that mean if I just assume I'm a millionaire, poof, I'm suddenly swimming in cash? Well, not quite that simple. It's about more than surface level thinking. It's about cultivating deep, unwavering belief, and here's the kicker, acting as if that desire is already a reality.
Okay, so no sitting on my couch, visualizing a yacht, expecting it to show up in my driveway. There's got to be more to it.
You're getting it. That's where Law 2 comes in, the role of emotion. Goddard emphasizes that your assumptions, they really need to be supercharged with feeling to really work.
Okay, so I can't just picture myself winning an award. I have to feel the weight of it in my hands. Hear the applause, feel that surge of pride. Can you give me a real-world example? How does this actually play out?
Think about it this way. Imagine you're about to give a presentation and you've been nervous about it. If you just picture yourself up there speaking, it might not do much. But if you visualize yourself delivering that presentation with confidence, feel the energy of the audience engaged with your words, sense the relief and satisfaction of nailing it, that's where the power is.
Got it. I'm starting to see how this works. But what about things we're hoping for in the future? Do we just keep assuming they'll happen someday?
That brings us to Law 3, the importance of the present tense. Goddard is very clear on this. You have to live as if your desire is already your reality, not something you're waiting for. It's a subtle shift, but it's profound.
So instead of saying, I will get that promotion, it's, I am grateful for my promotion.
Precisely. It's about shifting from hoping to knowing. And that's where things get really interesting. You're not just passively wishing, you're aligning your internal state with the external reality you want to create.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. So we've got power of assumption, the role of emotion, and the importance of living in the present tense. What else is in Goddard's toolbox of reality-bending techniques?
Well, there's Law 4, which focuses on visualization, but this isn't about vague daydreams. Goddard emphasizes creating vivid, detailed mental movies where you're fully immersed in the experience of your desired outcome. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel, even smell in this reality?
So it's like a high-definition surround sound experience of my dream life. I'm getting the picture, but it sounds like a lot of mental effort.
It is, and that's why Law 5, repetition, is so crucial. You're essentially training your subconscious mind, just like building a muscle.
Oh, I like that. Hitting the mental gym to sculpt my dream reality. Speaking of real-world examples, you mentioned a case study earlier. What happened there?
Right. Goddard talks about a man who desperately wanted a new job. He decided to put these laws to the test. He didn't apply for any positions. He just simply assumed he already had the job.
Hey, hold up. Didn't even send out a resume.
Nope. He just started vividly visualizing himself working there, feeling the satisfaction of the job, even thanking his imaginary manager for the opportunity.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. So he imagined it, he felt it, and then what?
Well, a week later, out of the blue, he gets a call from that very company offering him a position. It was as if his assumption had created the opportunity.
No way. But that brings up a question. If visualization is so powerful, what's the role of action? Do we even need to do anything?
That's the million-dollar question. And Goddard's answer might surprise you. He doesn't say to abandon action altogether, but he emphasizes that your inner state, your beliefs and assumptions, will determine what actions you take and how the world responds to you.
So it's like our inner world is the control panel, and our actions are just carrying out those commands.
Precisely. And this is where we can see a fascinating parallel with the 48 laws of power.
Oh, I love it when we can connect these big ideas. How do those two seemingly different concepts relate?
Well, both sets of laws are about understanding and influencing the dynamics of power. But the 48 Laws of Power focuses on outward strategies manipulating others to achieve your goals. Goddard, on the other hand, points to inner transformation as the true source of power.
So it's less about controlling others and more about mastering yourself.
Exactly. You change your reality by changing your inner world, your beliefs, and your assumptions.
It's a radical concept.
It is.
It's making me rethink everything I thought I knew about how the world works.
And we've only just scratched the surface. Remember, there are 47 more laws to unpack?
47 more. Okay, everyone, we're just getting started. Before we dive into part 2, I want to remind you about something pretty special we're offering.
That's right. We're doing limited one-on-one consultations for those of you who want personalized guidance on applying these laws to your life. We're seeing incredible transformations in our clients.
And if you're loving this deep dive and you want to support our mission of empowering 11 million people to change their lives, check out the merch and products linked in the description.
We'll be back with more mind-bending insights in part 2 of our exploration of the 50 Laws of Assumption. Welcome back to our deep dive into Neville Goddard's 50 Laws of Assumption. We've already uncovered some really powerful principles: the power of assumption, the importance of emotion and living in the present tense, and how those assumptions actually influence your action.
Oh, and that case study about the man manifesting a job without even applying. It still has me reeling.
Yeah, it really highlights how our internal reality can shape those external circumstances. But remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to explore.
I'm ready to dive back in. Which law are we tackling next?
Let's talk about Law 8, the importance of belief. Goddard was adamant about this: without a deep-seated belief in the power of your imagination to manifest your desires, it's difficult to fully commit to the process.
So it's not enough to just go through the motions of visualizing and assuming I have to actually believe it's possible.
Exactly. Belief is the foundation upon which the entire structure of manifestation rests. It's the fuel that powers the engine.
It makes me think of that famous quote, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Precisely. Your beliefs create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe something is possible, you'll naturally act in ways that make it more likely to happen. But if you believe it's impossible, you'll likely sabotage your own efforts.
This makes a lot of sense. But it also raises a question: how do we cultivate that unshakable belief? Especially if we've been conditioned to kind of think small or doubt ourselves.
That's where things like affirmations and positive self-talk become so powerful. You can actually reprogram your subconscious mind by consistently feeding it positive, empowering messages.
So it's about creating a mental environment where our desires can flourish.
Exactly. And that brings us to another essential law. Law 11, the role of gratitude.
Gratitude. How does that play into manifesting our desires?
It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have. When you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the good things in your life, it creates a powerful, positive vibration that attracts more good things.
So it's like saying, hey, universe, thanks for all this awesomeness. I'm ready for more.
You got it. Gratitude is like a magnet for abundance. It aligns you with the frequency of receiving.
I'm loving these practical tips. It's
Yeah.
making this whole concept of manifestation feel much more tangible.
And it gets even more fascinating as we delve into techniques like visualizing in the third person. That's Law 12.
Visualizing in the third person, what does that even mean?
Instead of picturing yourself experiencing the desire as if you're looking through your own eyes, you imagine observing yourself as a character in a movie.
Oh, so I'm watching myself live out my dreams on the big screen.
Exactly. It creates a sense of detachment and objectivity that can help you release any limiting beliefs or anxieties you might have about achieving your goal.
So it's like taking a step back and saying, wow, look at me go. I'm crushing it.
Precisely. It allows you to witness your own success with a sense of wonder and excitement.
This third-person visualization technique sounds pretty powerful. Is it effective for everyone?
It can be a game changer for many people, especially those who struggle with self-doubt or get overwhelmed by the emotional intensity of first-person visualization.
Okay, deep divers. I hope you're taking notes because this is pure gold. But we're not done yet, are we?
Not even close. Remember, we're just scratching the surface of 50 laws.
Bring it on. What's next on our reality-bending agenda?
Let's talk about Law 20, the role of patience. It's about recognizing that manifestation can take time. It's not always instant gratification.
So even though we're living as if our desires are already a reality, we need to be patient and trust the timing.
Absolutely. Impatience creates resistance and can actually block your manifestations.
So it's not about forcing things to happen. It's more about aligning with the natural flow of the universe.
Beautifully put. It's about surrendering to the process, knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes to orchestrate your desires.
Okay, I can definitely get behind that.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue, as they say.
And a powerful ally in the world of manifestation. Speaking of things that can block us, let's talk about Law 24, the power of a clear mind. Goddard emphasizes the importance of mental clarity for effective manifestation.
Oh, tell me about it. My mind is like Grand Central Station sometimes, with thoughts and worries zipping around in every direction.
Exactly. And all that mental clutter, it can create resistance and block our manifestations. It's like trying to tune into a radio station with a bunch of static.
So how do we declutter our minds to make way for our desires?
Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and even spending time in nature can be incredibly helpful. They help calm the mental chatter and create a space for clarity.
So it's about creating a mental sanctuary where our desires can take root and grow.
Precisely. And when our minds are clear and focused, our intentions become much more powerful.
This makes perfect sense. It's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. You need a solid, stable base for your creations to thrive.
Exactly. And that leads us to another crucial law, Law 26, the role of self-confidence.
Okay, self-confidence, that's a big one. How does it fit into the manifestation puzzle?
Self-confidence is essential because if you don't believe in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals, it will be reflected in your energy and actions, ultimately undermining your efforts.
So it's not about being arrogant or cocky. It's about having a deep-seated belief in your own capabilities.
Exactly. It's about recognizing your worthiness and knowing that you deserve to have your desires fulfilled.
I love that. It's about owning your power and stepping into your full potential.
Yes. And remember, self-confidence is a muscle that can be strengthened with practice. The more you challenge yourself, step outside your comfort zone, and celebrate your accomplishments, the more your self-confidence will grow.
So it's a positive feedback loop. The more we believe in ourselves, the more we achieve.
Yeah.
And the more we achieve, the more our self-belief grows.
Precisely. And that increased confidence makes manifesting your desires even easier.
Our deep divers, are you feeling empowered yet? We've covered some serious ground in this part.
But we still have more laws to unpack and more insights to share.
I can't wait. We'll be back with the thrilling conclusion of our deep dive into Neville Goddard's 50 Laws of Assumption in Part 3. Welcome back, everyone, to the final part of our deep dive into Neville Goddard's 50 Laws of Assumption. My head is buzzing with all these incredible insights. We've talked about the power of belief, the importance of gratitude, the magic of third-person visualization, and so much more.
It's really remarkable how these seemingly simple principles can have such a profound impact on our lives. And in this final part, we're going to tie it all together and talk about how you can actually start applying these laws to create real, tangible change in your own experience.
I am so ready to take my manifestation game to the next level. What other game-changing laws do we need to cover?
Let's talk about Law 27, the power of creativity. Goddard believed that we are all inherently creative beings, and that our creativity is a powerful tool for manifestation.
So it's not just for artists and musicians. We can all tap into this creative energy to shape our reality.
Absolutely. Creativity is about more than just painting or writing music. It's about thinking outside the box, coming up with new ideas, and finding innovative solutions. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations.
So the more creative we are, the more effectively we can manifest our desires.
Exactly. When we approach our desires with a creative mindset, we open ourselves up to a wider range of possibilities and solutions. We become more resourceful and adaptable, which are essential qualities for successful manifestation.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like if you're trying to solve a problem, the more creative you are, the more likely you are to find a unique and effective solution that you might not have considered otherwise.
Precisely. And that creative energy can be channeled into all areas of our lives, including manifesting our desires.
This is starting to feel like a symphony.
Yeah.
Where all these different laws are working together harmoniously to create the reality we desire.
That's a beautiful analogy. And remember, it's not just about thinking creatively, it's also about acting creatively.
So taking inspired action, what does that actually look like in practice?
It's about following your intuition, taking risks, and being open to new experiences. It's about not letting fear hold you back from trying something different or stepping outside your comfort zone.
This reminds me of Law 9, the role of action, which we talked about earlier. It's not enough to just sit back and visualize. We need to take steps toward our goals.
Exactly. But those actions become even more potent when they're infused with creativity and inspiration. They become an expression of our unique vision, which adds another layer of power to the manifestation process.
Okay, This is all starting to click for me.
Hmm.
What other key laws do we need to cover before we wrap up this epic deep dive?
Let's talk about Law 28, the importance of perspective. Goddard emphasized that the way we view a situation can dramatically impact our ability to manifest our desires.
So it's about choosing to see the glass as half full rather than half empty.
Yes, but it goes deeper than just positive thinking. It's about consciously shifting your perspective to one that empowers you and supports your goals. It's about asking yourself, how can I see the situation in a way that serves me?
So if I'm facing a challenge, instead of getting discouraged, I could ask myself, what's the opportunity here? What can I learn from this?
Exactly. It's about finding the silver lining in every cloud and using challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. By shifting our perspective, we change our emotional state, which then influences our actions and ultimately the outcomes we create.
That's such a powerful reframing technique. I can see how that would make a huge difference in my overall outlook on life and my ability to manifest my desires. Okay, one last law for the road. What else should we know?
Let's talk about Law 36, the power of positive language. The words we use both internally and externally have a profound impact on our reality.
So it's about being mindful of our self-talk and the way we speak about our desires.
Absolutely. Instead of saying, I hope I get that promotion, you could say, I am grateful for my promotion. It's about speaking as if your desire is already a reality, which reinforces that belief in your subconscious mind.
Ah, the power of the present tense. We've come full circle.
It all ties together beautifully. By using positive affirming language, you're essentially programming your subconscious mind to believe that your desires are already manifested.
Okay. Deep divers. We've covered a lot of ground in this three-part deep dive into Neville Goddard's 50 Laws of Assumption. We've explored the importance of belief, gratitude, creativity, perspective, positive language, and so much more. It's been an incredible journey.
And this is just the beginning. Remember, these are just a few highlights from Goddard's work. There's an entire book filled with wisdom and insights waiting to be discovered.
I feel like I've been handed a blueprint for creating the life of my dreams. Before we sign off, what's the one key takeaway you want listeners to walk away with today?
That your reality is a reflection of your assumptions. The beliefs you hold, the thoughts you think, and the emotions you feel are shaping your experiences every single day.
So if you want to change your life, start by changing your assumptions.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your inner world and consciously creating the reality you desire.
This has been a mind-blowing exploration of Neville Goddard's work. Before we go, I want to remind everyone about those limited one-on-one consultations we're offering.
If you're ready to dive deep and apply these principles to your own life, we'd love to support you on your journey.
And don't forget to check out the merch and products link in the description. Your support helps us reach more people and empower them to create lives they truly love.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep manifesting your dreams.